Hello everyone. So in this video, the topic is going to be about a free legendary mage. It's Centax. Recently, it kind of have very nice results even for me. Look at the amount of reports, and there were more reports, but the thing is it just fell down and disappeared because of the other big amount of reports, and that guy won. But it's one lose after let's say 20 victories. So, that means that the hero is not that bad. So, Syntax basically is designed to encounter the physical teams. I was from the first players to raise Syntax in general because in the let's say the period when physical teams were taking over, it was so hard for any magical account to keep it up. So in this account, Syntax was a technical option, and actually it worked well. So let's have a review about his skills, and I will show you two battles. Let's say one battle or two, depends from the ones which are in the list. So his ultimate, let me try to say it in a, let's say, brief way. He teleport to some enemy, let's say in the back row, and deals a damage to the enemy, and probably will cause this enemy to kill his own self. And the Abyss Gaze, the second skill, he gazes at the enemy with the highest attack power. It doesn't work like that technically. Let me tell you an example. If you are fighting, as example, a team which include Ariel and Theresa, obviously Theresa have more attack power more than Ariel, right? Theresa is a damaging mage, but he will simply go toward Ariel. This skill applies basically on the physical heroes. If there are no physical heroes in the battlefield, then he will only teleport toward the magical hero with the highest ability power, or just teleport randomly. But basically, he will teleport to the nearest physical hero, okay? That's what he's designed for. The Apocalypse Call calls an enemy, dealing damage to that enemy and forcing this enemy to move slowly toward him. This Soul Eater thing, it's adding a buff to him, and the enemy mind. I don't know what's some enemy mind power drops. They could explain it in a better way. So when the how can I say it? When he manipulates some enemy, the enemy will damage his own self. That skill, you can see it a lot of times in his reports, like when the enemy is somehow damaging his own self while fighting and moving towards Syntax. It's a skill. And this one, the Awakening skill, boosting his maximum healing points and adding critical resist level. So, in brief, that is Syntax skills. For the Star Souls of Syntax, I prefer it to be more toward damage buff, because he is not a damager. Look, he's not a damager, and he's not a healer, and he's not a random hero with a random role. He's specifically to collapse or break your opponent's strongest hero, probably, if your opponent is a physical player for sure. So, some damage buff will be needed for him, especially that he's a free hero and it's easy to get him to a gold star. For the rune cores, I prefer for him the yellow color. Some players prefer the blue color, and it's up to you in this case. The blue color buffs some ability power and the magic resist. The yellow color buff the magic penetration, the armor again, and health regen and magic penetration. I simply prefer the armor for him because um, I started raising him from the very beginning to encounter the physical teams, so that was his role. Maybe right now, while magical teams are stronger, maybe the blue color would be better for him. But in brief, blue or yellow, okay? It's up to you in this case. The Beast sold the Nightmare simply because that's the one which suits with him the most. He's not a healer and he is not a damager, so the Nightmare suits the best for him. The equipments. The active skill, you already have no options but this one, the Golden Finger. And the passive skill, I prefer Actually, I prefer this one, the what do you call it? The birth one, but I'm using this one here right now temporary because it have higher level. So, higher level equipment with higher skill to perform, that means more efficiency in the battles. So that was Centax in brief. And the talents of Centax try to maximize the attack speed. Probably it will be the most important thing for him. And the other things, it's up to you then. I mean, you can finish it whenever you want. Now, let's simply go to the battles. Sorry. I would choose this one against Versus, the physical team's freak. And we will see how Centax perform in this battle. He's not a damage dealer, okay? So don't wonder if he's not the highest damaging hero. And he's not a let's say, damage receiver as well. He's simply manipulating the opponent hero. This time he manipulate Aurora, but his first hero to kill will be the one under those two horns. Probably Sue up there. Yes, Sue. Now watch this. Sue's dead before even casting her ultimate. No, he didn't. Sorry, he killed Lucifer, not Sue. I didn't notice that. Problem is, the battle is kind of like you hardly see what's going on. Now I'm starting to doubt if my opponent was using Lucifer. Anyway, so watch this. Simply Centax is dead, so with his speed up the battle, he simply killed the opponent most damaging hero, which is Lucifer. And that simply made the battle easier for the other heroes to survive against Zoe and Aurora. It's not a big deal, right? So in this battle I won, and oh, my opponent was not even using Lucifer. Oh, he's using Coco. Okay, so he simply killed Coco, and that made it easier for my team to win. So you see here in the damage dealing, he is not the highest one. In the healing received, he is not not even this. Damage received, not very big amount of damage, but I'm pretty sure that no other hero can win in such a battle. I mean, if I'm not using Centax, then I would never win this battle. Let's have a battle review in defense. Well, Centax is in the defense position. My opponent is tried like 5 times, and this is the last time. So probably in this time, he's supposed to win actually from the 3rd time against such a weak, like not weak, but like not very powerful team. But something wrong with him. So you can see here he's using Gerber, Monk, Blissa, Ariel, Theresa. I'm on the right side in defense. And you will see here, technically Centax is supposed to move towards Theresa, the one with the highest effect, but it's designed for the physical hero, so he will move basically against Ariel first. Now let me speed a bit till we see how he moves toward Ariel first. He still didn't collect his ultimate. I don't know why it's kind of slow. Probably because Ariel is draining energy of my team. And Blissa is doing a big distraction again. Now Centax is casting his ultimate on Ariel. He killed Ariel. Once he cast his ultimate on Ariel, he killed Ariel. Let me tell you another thing also. Centax in general is not a nice hero in World Map. I mean, in the other account, in Mech, when I'm doing a World Map war, Centax is not in my options. Or let's say he's not the best option because my team can kill like 3 teams or 4 teams of my opponent. When I'm using Centax, I'm limiting this to 1 team only. Like he's a hero of 1 battle. You can see here the battle I won. So Centax is not a hero which is like which is a hero which can last for many battles. He's just a 1 battle hero or 2 maximum. After the 2nd battle he will be dead. So that's the thing. Centax is not the best hero to use for world map, but you can keep him as an option. Like as a player who's using magical teams, keep this as your sixth hero, or even in your main five heroes. But don't rotate the team around him because his equipments are really unique and it will only serve him, no one else. So you are limiting your options overall. I mean, as example here as example, you see his equipments are not raised because who the fuck is using this one? Who's using this one? Quinox, yeah, okay. But just one hero, which is legendary hero for majority of free players, nobody else use it, right? Same as the other equipments. So he is not really practical in terms of rotating a team around him. He can be the sixth hero, which you can add to your team when you need to do a specific role. That's it. Okay. In the brawl, he's very effective hero because it's one battle games, and that's what you need from him. And that's it. Actually, he's not a bad hero after all. And probably I will lose this battle. I attacked the wrong person. So that's it for Centax. And you can write to us. Oh, I won. You can write to us in the comments about the hero which you want to have a review about in the next video. And I would like to know if you're using Centax, what's the best team for him? Is he really handy in world map? I tried him a couple of times and the result is really disappointing. So tell me your thoughts about this, and that's all for this video. So share the content with your friends and like it if you like it, and that's all. Thanks for watching.